Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put myself in the corner so I'm not like looking at myself the whole time. Hell, man. I feel like I lost the plot. I lost the plot, man. I lost the plot. Like, first of all, I forgot who I am, what I even like to do. And it's not because of anyone other than myself. I really lost the plot. The whole point of wanting to make videos or wanting to be creative again was because I felt like I was lacking it in my life. I used to be so creative. I used to do so much creative shit. And basically, I just feel like the creative bone in my body was just gone. When I was a kid, I was so passionate about drawing and painting, and it had its resurgence in a way. Like, I started painting again and drawing when I was 21, 22, 23, when I moved out of my parents' house. I was drawing and painting all the time. I wasn't playing any video games. I was just drinking and painting and being in my own zone and having a good time. Not really. I mean, not really. I was not really having a good time. It was actually pretty bad. And it was pretty bad, but it was fun. I mean, it was fun. And I felt like I had this thing where I'm like, I'm just this creative being and you just don't get me. I have something in my fucking eye. And I was happy with that. I really didn't care about like my future or what I was going to do, because I was in my mind, I was going to be a creative. I'm just going to be a painter, or I'm going to do something or whatever. Like, I don't need money. I don't care about needing to impress people or anything like that. It's like, I'm going to paint or I'm going to draw and I'm going to do my thing. And I kind of lost that in the pursuit of money, in the pursuit of financial stability, I guess you would say. I'm wearing my boyfriend to fiance shirt because I'm engaged now. And my partner was my fiance has always been a really big push for me to kind of grow up, in a sense, I guess you would say. And it's not even her. She's not even the one that's like telling me like, oh, well, Rudy, you really should start doing something like different or whatever. She doesn't push me at all. It's literally just me that I feel like I should be doing something more. I should be more of a provider. I should be more focused on making money instead of like doing other things. More focused on working more hours, doing other jobs, whatever. And I felt like if I wasn't doing that, then I was a failure, I guess. So, which is not true. I mean, it's not like this is a pressure that she's putting on me. It's something I'm putting on myself. But with that being said, after I tried that, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go full forced into making money. And, you know, I was making decent money where I'm like, wow, like this is great. I can do a lot of different things with this money, but I was super unhappy. So I already talked about that in one of my other videos, but basically the point that I'm trying to make is I'm trying to go back to the creative part. Okay. A whole lot of nonsense just to get to that, but it's the truth. So anyways, I originally wanted to make videos. That's why I got a camera, but I also use it for my gig work. But it was more so for me. I wanted to stream. I wanted to make videos, and I was making, like, I was not drinking, so I was doing sober videos, and it was getting good engagement. But I'm like, I want more views, and I'm like, but this is not what I wanted to. Like, when I was painting, I was not painting for other people. I was painting for myself. I was making art for me. It wasn't really if anybody liked it or not. People would tell me like, oh my god, this is so cool, or you're so talented, and I was just like, negative. This is not talent. This is hours of work just being an ass. And I lost that. And I'm like, well, it's not like that's a good thing to have, but I lost that in the sense of like, I don't want to create. I want people to see it. So I went like a total polar opposite of how I originally was feeling before to now I'm like, I want people to see what I'm doing and I want people to watch it, like a business or like a job. And, that's stupid, because if you're going into something under the context of like, I'm doing this for money, I'm doing this for views or whatever, then it's like what you're making is going to be shit. And so it's like what you're making is going to be shit. So I changed my perspective on that. I was originally I was creating just like reaction videos and shit. Like I didn't know what I was doing. I've also been kind of using the information I've been learning to apply to my job that actually makes money. So that's originally what I was doing. And then I started realizing like making AI content like is super easy. And I created a TikTok and I was posting videos on there. I was also making like reaction videos to like playing games or other shit like that. But I made a TikTok. But yeah, like in one of the videos, I was making these AI videos where it's like, you probably can't see that, but it has like 22,000 views on just one video. And I was like, I'm just going to do this because it gets views. But that's stupid because I hated making those videos. I was making one every day. And I'm like, this is not what I want to do. What I want to do is something fulfilling, something that feels good, something that I'm proud of, something that I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm totally against using AI in that way. I think using AI is cool, but the way that I was using it was just like, I'm trying to make money off this shit. Like let's make some money off this. And I don't care if it's actually like good content or not. Like this is just for bread. And that's so stupid because that's not like something I'm proud of. Like I feel like a loser because of that. So you could see here, I started painting again. I've been drawing a lot more. I even gave myself a tattoo yesterday. You can see. Oh, right there it is. So I'm trying to be more in tune with my creative side because that's cool, man. Like being creative is cool, and just making a bunch of shit online just for the hope that eventually like you'll get like a $10 a month monetize off that shit. Like that's stupid. And I don't know like what I want to do in my future. I'm good with where I'm at right now. I have confidence in myself to do good things. I'm not really worried as far as like what I'm going to do when I'm 30 or when I'm 40, because I know that the job that I'm in right now is not going to last forever. But for right now, I'm good. And sometimes like I'll drive myself crazy thinking like, what's the future? What does the future hold? Like I have no college education. I can't stand school. It's really not for me. My fiance is a rock star in that area. I'm not. It's just not how my brain works. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm eventually gonna do something else. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I was thinking about like it would be cool to be a tattoo artist, but I'm so easily influenced. Like I will spend like hours like I literally bought like an entire kit to do tattoos, and I just did one on myself, obviously. But like I go online and I see like how to like tattoo artists, like whatever, just like YouTube that shit, and then like 30 videos of why it's the worst time to be a tattoo artist, and I'm like, fuck. I picked the worst time, and then it kind of like sends me in a spiral of like feeling like damn, like okay, all right, let me try something else, just because of a video. Like I hate that about myself, like that I'm just like, oh, someone said it's bad, so it's bad, let me stop. And I'm not like that in all areas of my life, but when it comes to like that, I am pretty bad. But I think like being a tattoo artist would be cool. Like for a little while I was doing like real estate courses online because I wanted to just like have a job. Like one of my friends is a real estate agent and he makes pretty decent money, and he's pretty in charge of his time, and that seemed admirable to me. But I don't know that, like, I don't know if I'm in between like being a loser that is just like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, or maybe I'm actually onto something and maybe I'm going to figure out my own lane. I don't really know, but I just can't stand the idea of like, I don't know. I just want to be in charge of my own time. I like creating things. I like making things. I am a creative person. I feel like, and I have like the mentality of, like for example with the tattoos, like this tattoo I just did is shit, but I'm of the idea of, if I'm a bowler and if I go bowling twice a week, in a month, I will be a totally different bowler than I was in the beginning. And then in a year, I'll be a totally different bowler. Like I'm just leveling up. So I'm like, if I keep going, if I keep practicing, if I keep doing this, then maybe I'll be good. And then I'm like, I have one side of me that's like, bro, you're shit. You're never going to be successful. You're literally a loser. And then there's another side of me that's like, bro, you've been drawing since you were a kid. Like you paint, like people tell you that you're so great. And some of the tattoo artists that you've seen or even have gotten tattoos from, you're like, bro, like they were super unprofessional. They were shit. You could do that. Like there's been times where I'm looking down at like when I was getting one of my tattoos, and I'm like, bro, I could easily like do this shit way better than you. And but then also at the same time, sometimes I feel like I'm a loser. So I feel like that's not specifically just me. I feel like that's a lot of people. And I put myself in the hot seat yesterday. I'm like, all right, bro, like I bought all this tattoo stuff and I've been practicing. I've been drawing a lot more, like I said. And I told myself, I'm like, okay, bro, every video that you watch online about like how to tattoo, I've been watching like techniques. I've been taking like notes and stuff. And every single one of the people that I've been watching for the most part have all said the best thing to practice on is a human, not on the fake skin. The fake skin doesn't take the ink as well as, okay, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, the real person is better. And I'm like, okay, well, I already have tattoos, so I don't really care if I give myself more tattoos. It's not like I can hide it anymore if I have them or not. I decided at 18 years old it was going to be a great idea to get my forearm blasted. So, I don't really care. So, I try to be as safe as possible because I don't want to get an infection, have my leg fall off. So I try to be, but even with being as safe as possible, there's still going to be someone that's like, well, bro, but you didn't do this and you should have done it better this way. And like, I try to like not touch my phone. I try not to touch anything. So I think I should be good. It's not really red. It doesn't even really hurt, to be honest. It's not good. But for my first tattoo, I was pretty surprised of how good it actually was, and it felt good, and I enjoy getting tattoos for the most part, like the feeling of it actually. So I'm like, okay, like yeah, a little bit of pain, it feels good. And then also that little creative moment of like, damn, I'm really doing this shit on myself, like this is fire. So I actually really enjoyed that. And I thought to myself, well, if I just keep practicing on a mixture of myself, and even like my mom, she saw it, she was like, bro, you keep practicing, you can tattoo me next. Like, I'm like, okay. And so even my fiance says something similar. So I'm like, okay. And I know a couple of my friends already would be like, yeah, bro, like tap me up. So I'm like, okay. So maybe that could be something. I mean, I don't know. I like it so far. So yeah, I don't know if it's something that's in me to just not want to have like a regular job. I've had a regular job for years now. I've done like normal work, 9 to 5, 7 to 3s, whatever, 5 days a week, full-time work. I'm not really like the kind of person that like uses a bunch of sick days either. I have a good work ethic. So I think, and then I think back like on the guy that did my spider, and that guy was cool, but he was just like, yeah, bro, it's like, I got to drink these Pedialytes because I'm like so messed up. Like I had such a crazy night. Man, I'm a little shaky. Hold up. Let me chill out for a second. And I'm thinking to myself, like, and he was late and just like unprofessional. And I'm like, if I could if I could take the same work ethic that I already have and kind of like transform it into this other area, I think I would be great. I love talking to people. I love talking in general. That's one of the main reasons that I like my job so much, is because I'm able to interact my full-time job and then my part-time job doing like the social media content and stuff is really cool. So meeting new people, giving and seeing a smile on their face. Like when I was a cook, when I was 18, 19, I loved seeing the reaction of people like, oh, I just made that. Like they're loving it. Like that's cool. So the same thing with like, if you do a tattoo, I feel like doing a tattoo is like kind of like a haircut, in the sense of they're not going to tell you if they don't like it. Like I feel like they're going to be like, oh, this is fire. Like I've never gotten a hair. Well, now I cut my own hair. I mean, I haven't gotten a haircut in like, no, that's not true. Actually, when I went to go work at Dodge, I worked at Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for a little bit. When I was like bouncing around after I left the first dealership that I went to, and then I did. Anyways, I got a haircut by a guy, but not the point. Yeah, so I've just been thinking about a lot of different ways. I told myself that I was going to start doing so many more videos this year in January. It's already the 14th. I have I mean, in the good way, like life has been really good. Life has been great. I'm having a party for I'm having an engagement party. My parents are super happy. My friends are good. And you know, everything, I mean, except for one of my friends, he got in a car accident, which he's fine, but that sucks. But yeah, so everything's been good. Earlier in the later of last year, I was not doing so hot. I was feeling pretty bad. I struggle with having like compulsive thoughts of just bad stuff a lot, and I was dealing with that, and that was pretty bad. Just like the feeling of like one of my coworkers, for example, she asked me, she was like, Rudy, what do you think happens when we die? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really want to talk about that. Like, what the hell? And she goes, oh my God, why? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, that's kind of, I'm like, she has a kid. And I said, think about your son. And she's like, okay. And I said, think about your son. Like, how much do you love your son? She's like, oh, I love him so much. I'm like, oh, okay. You do anything for your son? I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, of course. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, imagine there's going to be a day where you're never going to see him again. And he's going to die. And the conversation ended really bad. But that's just like, I'll think like, man, like, why are there people that I know that have gone through that struggle, that they've died, they have loved ones that have died. And I just think like, man, why am I alive? Or why did other people have to go through that? And that's not fair. And whether it's like a cancer or just a freak accident, like, why did they have to go through that? And I'm pretty good at talking myself in and out of things, but when it comes to that, I'm like, I don't have an answer for myself. I don't know. Like, it sucks. And I'm like, I think to myself, to kind of tie it back, I'm kind of going off here, but just losing the plot. Like, can you imagine if, like, okay, let's say you're me, okay, which I know you're not, but you're 25 and you're a previous creative, and you spend 2 hours a day making AI slop content for money. It just barely makes enough money for a car payment or something, maybe like $400, $500, $600, $700. Okay, let's say $500. Okay, and you die, and they go back and they say like, okay, well, you know, they look back at your life and they're like, okay, what did he do? Like, he made shit that people just like not thinking. Like, that would suck. Like one time I remember when I was living in a house by myself and I was making these paintings and my dad was like freaking out. He's like, dude, those paintings are like freaking weird. And I was making these paintings and I was doing them alone, and they were pretty, my dad was like, they're demonic, they look crazy. And eventually I got to the point where I stopped doing so much weird stuff and I started kind of like focusing in on certain things that I wanted to do. And I just remember my dad told me, he's like, you can die now. Like, this is great. Like, I mean, not that sounds kind of crazy, but the sentiment that he had was like, you've created something amazing. Like, what more? Like, you could die satisfied knowing what you made. And I thought to myself, like, what the hell? Like, is that how his brain works? Like, why does that? I mean, I was like 21 at the time, like 4 years ago. And I'm like, but I get it. Like, it's about making stuff and making good stuff and being proud of it instead of just being proud of like some bullshit that people just mindlessly scroll and have no real attachment to or anything like that. So that's basically where I'm at. I'm sitting in front of the camera, making a video, trying to be creative. I don't know if I'm going to document more stuff. I'm going to try to. It's hard. Full-time job, family, fiance, kitties. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but I keep trying all these different things. And I think that's what your 20s are about. I think it's supposed to be weird and hectic and experimental because that's what it's supposed to be. That's, that's life. So, sometimes you got to give yourself a tattoo, or sometimes you got to take yourself on a walk, go on a drive, talk to your friends and family, have a good sandwich, whatever the case may be. And yeah, I pretty much don't have anything else to say other than I went to go see a movie. I guess I'll finish this video up with that. This is gonna be a short video. I just wanted to get back in front of the camera again. But I went to go see Is This Thing On? I think is that what it's called? I think Is This Thing On? That movie was really good. To recommend it, I absolutely would have to. It's interesting the way that creativity. It's about a guy that him and his wife are getting a divorce, and it's like they're close to middle aged, I guess you would say. They're not, I mean, I would say they're like, well, if middle age now is life expectancy is supposed to be more, right? But I think middle age, hopefully you live to 80, so like 40, 45, whatever. And they're getting a divorce. You got to watch the movie. They kind of did. They kind of did not. But, and they kind of like find themselves again. And I think that's really interesting because she originally was like this volleyball star and she went back into coaching. And then this guy, like, he's like, oh, you've always been the funniest guy in the room. So he just wants to go get a drink somewhere. And like, oh, if you want to get a drink, it's $15 entry fee. He's like, what the hell? Like, just to walk in? Or you can walk in for free if you're going to do comedy. So he ends up doing comedy. And I was thinking about like writing my own jokes and stuff throughout the movie, and it's just a cute movie. It's not like Marty Supreme, bro. Marty Supreme was amazing, but it's a good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but yeah, man. Sometimes in life you gotta lose yourself to find yourself, be creative, etc. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got, dude. I really got nothing else to say. I'm going to try to upload more videos for me this time instead of trying to like fucking do some other weird shit, but and not be hooky or catchy. Like in my job, that's what I have to do. It's like, you have to make people want to watch it. And we have meetings and I go to workshops and classes about that. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that for me. For me, I mean, obviously if it gets popular, that's awesome. But if it's not enjoyable, I don't want to do it. That's why I haven't been doing it. Because I'm like, bro, this is not fun. I'd rather play games and like not stream, because then I'm like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm gonna try, but like little stuff like this where I'm just getting in front of the camera, I'm liking this. This was cool. I get a little stuff on my chest, but yeah. So anyways, damn, that was already like 30 minutes of that video. It's damn recording. Okay. I thought it was gonna be like 10. So I'm gonna chop it up. Maybe it'll be a little less, but anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye.